lovies, welcome to Creations by Jax. This is the Sunset Cowl part 4. So we just finished the edge, which there's my edge and how thick I made it, and our beautiful little hat. And now let's add the pockets. So I did one pocket, and this is what I came up with for the pocket. So I just kept in line with the same pattern. Now positioning, I'm going to leave up to you. At first I was thinking, you know, because this is kind of the shallows are right here, and then this pattern starts right here, and I thought that I would put the pocket right here to leave this little bit of lapel. Let me see if I pull this back a little bit, sorry. A little bit of this, you know, the front little border section, but you can either come in tight with this. See how you have a real distinct edge right here. You can put your pocket right there, which, you know, it's just real close to the edge, or you can pull it back a little bit, you know, just, you know, tack it there with some stitch markers, put it on, and see where you like it. I kind of like it back a little bit, because when this part is over your arm, this will be more forward, you know, covering the breast area. So that's where I'm going to put my pocket, is right there. Okay, so let's get after it. Okay, ready, set, go. Got our slip knot on our hook, and we're going to start with a row of foundation double crochets, or if you don't like to do the foundation double crochets, we will do a row of single crochets and then a row of 13 double crochets. So I'll do a couple of these with you just to start her off. So chain 3, yarn over, and into that first, I like to go into the back nub and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 1, that's your single crochet, and then pull through 2, pull through 2, that's your double crochet. So there, now you've got 2 double crochets sitting right there. So yarn over, go back into your little, where that's the single crochet, pull through, then you're going to pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now go all the way across until you have 13 of those, and I'll meet you back. Okay, now we're back to the end, and we've got 13 double crochets, and we are going to chain 1 and turn the work. And then what we're going to do is, just going back to the pattern that we've been working on this whole time, is we are going to do kind of like the setup row for your puff stitches, which are the single crochets. So right now we're just going to throw in 13 single crochets all the way across. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then into this very last one that kind of looks like a chain 3. We're going to go right into the top of that one with our 13th single. Oops, stay on camera, Jackie. Sorry, let me pull that back a little bit. Sorry, still learning how to do this. Okay, so let's chain 1 and turn, and now we're going to go and we're going to do our single crochet, and now let's hit our front loops. So go across with your front loop singles all the way across, and I'll meet you back. Okay, we're at the very end here. We're like staying in line with the pattern we've been doing the whole time. That very last stitch is just going to be a single. Chain 1 and turn your work. So see, there's our little vertical line. So what's next? Dun, da, da, da. Single crochet, and now back loop. Back loop single, back loop single. Gonna do a bunch of back loop singles. All the way across, meet you back. Okay, I'm back to the end where our last stitch is going to be our single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, And now we're on the back. And if you've guessed, what are we going to do? We're going to do 1 double, skip 1, and then into the next, we're going to do our cluster. So that's the equivalent of 3 double crochets together. 4 on your hook, pull it through and cap it off. Skip 1, cluster. 1, 2 and hold, 3 and hold, 4 on the hook, pull it through and cap it. Okay, so skip 1 cluster all the way across till the end. Okay, I'm on my last cluster. I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to skip 1 and double crochet into the last. Okay, and just go ahead and throw in our single crochet or our chain 1 and turn so you can see what we're doing. Same thing we did in the full body of the piece. Okay, so now what is going to be different is we are now going to start increasing and making our triangular shape. So what you want to do is the first one I did, I increased on the end. So I increased on this side where my tail is. Now on the other pocket, you're going to want to increase on this side because they can't mirror, they are going to mirror each other. They have to be opposite or your pocket will be backwards. So this row, we are going to increase on the, ooh, let me look. Where did we increase? Yes, that is right. See, I increased. You can see it. You can totally see it. See, we went vroom, and it's the side with the tail. So this one, I'm going to want to increase on the other side. So not there. Okay. So what I did, starting after the first round repeat, is now on our single crochets. We're back to our single crochets again. We are going to increase in the first one. So instead of putting 1 double crochet, we're going to put 2. So I've got, I don't like how my yarn tension is so bad. In fact, my Deidre from It's in a Nutshell, she said to do it like this. Put it over, and then you can really hold tension. So I've been trying to practice that, but it's hard to change how I hold my yarn after I've been holding my yarn a certain way for 20 years. So let's put that single in there. So now we have 2, 1, 2 in the same stitch. There's our increase. Now go ahead and do like normal, chain space on top of the cluster, single in the chain space on top of the cluster, single crochet in the chain space, whoopsie, on top of the cluster. I'll just finish. Let's just go all the way across. Sorry if I'm feeling rushed on this one. These technical difficulties have been absolutely atrocious, so I'm just trying to make the little clips a little smaller so I don't have to use my laptop to actually make the video. Okay, now we're going to turn. And now this one, on this side where our tail is, do not increase. Okay, so chain 1, we're going to do our single crochet and do our front loop all the way across. Okay, I'll show you the increase on the other end. See you in a minute. Okay, now I'm back on the end. We're going to do that last front loop, and in the very last, where we normally would do just 1 single crochet, put 2. Okay, chain 1 and turn. And now you can see it. It's starting to go floop. Okay, now let's do, got our chain 1. We're going to do 2 singles in the first stitch, and now back loop. Back loop all the way across. Meet you at the other end. Okay, so here we are. We're at the, oops, I almost did a double. We're at the end, but we're on our tail side, so we're only going to put 1 single, chain 1 and turn. So now we're back to our clusters, and because of the increasing that we've done, we're going to go from 5 puffs to 7 puffs. So every time we get to our puffs from now on, we're going to be adding 2 puffs to our row. Okay, so here we'll do our, oops, forgot where I was for a minute. Throw your 1 double crochet, and we're only going to increase on the single crochet rows. So on the puff row, we are not increasing on the end. We're just going to be, it's going to look like there's more puffs now. Okay, so there's our double, skip 1, cluster. Oopsie. So I hope everybody's enjoying this. It looks like there's a craze of pocket shawls going on. I was so happy to see Bag a Day did one. Hers is beautiful. Lots of fringe though, but hers turned out beautiful. The original pocket shawl that I guess started this craze and inspired us all, hers is absolutely beautiful. But again, fringe. So, and don't ever hesitate if you see something that you like, but maybe you don't want the fringe. So don't use the fringe. You can omit it. You know, that's the wonderful thing about crochet and handmade items, is make it your own. Okay, so we're coming to the end. So we're gonna add, this is our, where are we at? How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's going to look a little funky. It looks like we're missing a stitch, but we just need to we got to kind of, you know that I need 1 more cluster in here. So I'm going to skip 1 and I'm going to throw this cluster. Oopsie. Cap it, and there's our last stitch. So on this one, we're not going to skip. We're just going to go double right into that last stitch. Okay, so the consistency of it is we've been skipping a stitch at the end, but once we did this one, I needed that extra stitch to add to keep the curve going. Okay, so now we're going to chain and turn. We're on our increase side, so let's do our 2 single crochets. Okay, and then go on about your business. 1 in the space, 1 in the top, 1 in the space, 1 in the top. Okay, meet you at the other end. Okay, last one right into the top there, chain 1 and turn. Can really see it starting to take, you might have to pull it out a little bit, stretch her a little bit. Okay, now we're on our tail side, so no increase. Do our single, and now we are going to do our front loop. I had to look and see where we were at. We're on the wrong side, so we're going to do our front loops all the way across. See that? Right there. Singles all the way across. Meet you there. Okay, back to our end. Our last single, and then there's our last stitch, and we're on the increase end, so throw 2 singles. Chain 1 and turn. You can really see it's taking shape. Okay. We're on our increase side, so 2 singles, and now we're at our back loops. Back loops. Okay, back loops to the end. Tally ho! Okay, that was my last back loop. Here is my single. Now we're to another cluster row. So every time we get to a cluster row now, like I said, you're going to add 2. So in this last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this row of clusters, you're going to have 9. So I'm going to go ahead and, because like I said, I'm trying to keep this short. So in this row, you're going to have 9 clusters. Remember to only increase on that same side and keep on going. And what we're going to do is you are going to keep increasing until you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. When you have 11 clusters, do one more round of the single crochet, front loop, back loop, and stop. That will be our end. And then what I did was, oop, I'm caught. What I did to end it, to really give yourself, you know, a foundation for sewing this onto the piece, is this last row of singles. You know, let's see, we ended, what would that be? Puff, single, back loop, front loop. Okay, so what I did is, you would have ended right here. So you can see I just went in and I put a row of single crochets all the way around, and in the corners, let me pull this up, in the corners you will throw 3 singles, single crochet across, 3 singles all the way up, 3 singles, and then did I go across the top again? I did. I think what it did is I started here. That's right. I do apologize. So we ended, this last row of the back loop was right here. So I did a row of single crochet across the top. That's what I did. I didn't start on this end. I was right here. So single crochet all the way across the top after you've done the back loop singles, all the way around, and again 3, 3 up to the top. And what happened was, I had one already in this corner when I started, so I just did 2 and then slip stitched it and ended it. And then I did not tie it off, or I did not cut it off. What I did is I took myself a really long sewing tail and then tied off and cut. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go ahead and get to the end, and I'll come back when I have my last row of puffs and I've done a single crochet round all the way across, and we will put these pockets on, and then we will be done, minus sewing in your ends. So diddle-a-doo-doo-doo, see you at the end. Okay, so I finished that pocket, and I went ahead and let me put that down. And I attached it. So there's that one. Cute little pocket. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to actually attach the other one with you. Un momento. Ready, set, go. Okay, so I got my little, you can use any kind of a little crochet needle or yarn needle. I love these because they're really easy to thread, and if your yarn tail gets really short, it's still easy to weave in. So I have taken that long yarn tail and put it on my little sewing needle, and I've lined my square up right to the edge here, and I want to over here. I want to come to this little corner right here, right where this puff stitch is, and in this corner, let's see, where did I do? Right above, and I'm gonna go right into where that single crochet is. Can you see that? Right into the corner where that single crochet is, and then come through here and get my work. I like to go through both the loops just to get it really secure. Pull that through. Sorry, this thing is so long. Am I even on camera? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. And in the corners, I like to do an extra stitch in the same one, just to give it a little bit of security. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, you see where this line, where our back post, front posts are, I'm going to use that first one as a guide. And I'm going to actually go right below it. And you can see where the single crochets are. I'm going to go right below that and into, oops, right below it, and where you can see the single crochet there, okay? And then line it right up. Am I on camera? Crab nuggets, sorry about that. Okay, and I'm matching it up with the 2. And just whip stitch this thing. I think that's what this is called, a whip stitch. Whip stitch that bad boy all the way around. See, keeping in the right below. And there's your single right through the top. That's what I hate about the long yarn tail. Be careful, just go slow. Pull your yarn through. And then I like to hold right there in that corner and give that a little tug. Let me come a little closer for you, so we can really see this. Okay, so see, right there's your little front post right below it, and then you can see there's the opening for your single, and go right across. Pull my little tail up a little bit. Just periodically we gotta pull your needle down. Give yourself some more working room. Okay. There we are, right below, through there, and right across the bottom. Okay, give it a little tug, give her a little tug. I'm getting notifications, everybody's going live. I almost did this tutorial live, and I was like, I don't think I'm live worthy yet to do a tutorial. Lana of Just Frog It, she did a beautiful job teaching while she was live, but I just don't have the equipment yet. Just too many technical difficulties with my laptop, and I'm not to 1,000 subscribers yet to be able to go live on my phone. But I've been hearing through the grapevine that you can use StreamYard on your mobile phone now to go live, and I might check that out because my laptop is on its last leg. She's old. So I might check that out because I love live. It's so fun. All right, so whip that all the way around, and when you get to this corner again in that third one, I like to do 2 and then go on. And then when you get to this corner right here, and you can really see how the pocket is lining up. Let me make sure, am I lining up? So you can make sure that your puffs are lining up. This one is, of course, it's going to be a border, but see my puffs, puffs, puffs. So see, I don't think I showed that last time, but you can see how my puffs are lining up. It all lines up with the bucket. Okay, so let's go whip it all the way around. Of course, leave the top of this open. So unfortunately, the way this went is I'm gonna have to go around, stop here, tie off, and then come back over to this corner and go up the side to finish right here. Okay, I'll be back to show the finished product. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. See you in a minute.